So I like to call myself a legacy connoisseur. So I focus on family legacy, right? I focus on making sure that people know how to properly prepare themselves for this.
You have to duplicate yourself. That's what we focus on, helping them speakers to be able to have a solid message that's going to get you booked over and over again, whether it's from one gig or from spin-off business, whatever that may be. And then help them to understand how to market yourself as a speaker, right? What does that look like? What content should you be putting out? What platform should you be on? And then from there, setting up the system piece, right? The LinkedIn automation. And then you also have the email process as well. So that way you don't have to worry about sending emails out manually, because that's what I was doing years ago, bro.
I just want to let y'all know, if I could show you how to leave generational wealth, would you pay me $10,000? Like, if I could literally show you how to leave family legacy, would you pay me $10,000 for me to be able to show you that? Because this will allow your family to not be a statistic and to never have to worry about being broke ever again. Like, would you allow me to teach you that information? Well, look, you definitely don't have to pay me $10,000, and I definitely got the same information for the price of $47 a month. It's called the Fam Code Community. If you want to actually learn how to build generational wealth and not have to spend tens, thousands of dollars to get that information, you can go to the link in my description right now and click the link for $47 a month. And I'll even do better than that. You could get it for free for 14 days. I'll give you a free trial. If you aren't happy with it, you don't have to pay for 14 days. All right. And you can cancel whenever time. So what I want you to do is go ahead, click the link in the description, get your free 14-day trial to join the Fam Code community. You'll learn all the codes and strategies that the Rockefellers use, that we've actually used, that's worked. And we're going to teach you how to actually build generational wealth and leave a legacy for your family. So click the link in the description. Back to the podcast.
What's going on, family? Welcome to the Digital Empire Podcast. Again, another episode with somebody just as amazing as the others. And look, y'all know that I like to bring people with receipts. Y'all know I like to bring people who actually get things done, who have done something impactful or have done something to increase somebody's impact, influence, and income. So I had to bring somebody no other than my man, William. How you doing, brother?
Man, I'm doing good, Ken.
I love it. I love it.
Sir.
Look, man, I appreciate you for coming on the podcast, man.
Man, honored to be here, man, for sure. Yeah.
Man, that's great. So I want you to kind of tell the audience what you do, who you do, how you serve people.
Yeah, for sure, man. So, pretty much what we do is we show speakers how to craft their message, package their message, and automate the process and to land 5-figure contracts in the education space. As everybody's trying to help people land paid speaking engagements and things of that nature, I took the route of the education space because that's what I've mastered. So, yeah, we've helped them to lock in onto the education space, man.
So you said the education. Can you be a little bit more specific on education? Is everything good? You mentioned about education, like you're in the education space. Could you emphasize what you mean by education?
Absolutely. So, yeah, we focus on K-12 market. So that's elementary schools, middle schools, high schools, and then you got the college market. And you got educational conferences, and you got educational associations, educational programs. So it's a whole different type of thing, even juvenile detention centers. So all of that, yeah.
You're very expensive too. So you said something about, I want to make sure I heard this correct. You said something about your offer, right?
Yeah.
So how does that work in the formal education space about your offer?
So it works very well, King, because one of the biggest things that I've noticed is that a lot of speakers, they're busy speaking, but they're not crafting a message that gets them rebooked. And for me, what I realized in the beginning of my career is that I would get off the stage, but I wouldn't get booked again.
Ooh.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's not about just speaking on stage. It's about creating a message that resonates with the audience and gets you booked over and over and over again. And so, understanding that piece right there and then going into the fact of how to be able to sell yourself, right? Because that's another issue that I dealt with, right? Is learning how to get on the call with the decision maker. I always tell people.
You said a lot, and I want to kind of unpack that a little bit, right? Yeah. You mentioned getting rebooked, right? Now, I remember the first time I was speaking on stage. Now, you're talking rebooked at the same venue or rebooked period? And make sure I understand.
Rebooked at the same venue.
Okay, so this is what I definitely don't get rebooked. I maybe got rebooked maybe once, but not off of like someone booking referral. Okay.
So I say refer me to 3 people that you think can resonate with the message that I gave today or my program, right? So now he's going to be like, say less. Now you can't ask this obviously if you didn't kill the stage.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Right? But if you killed the stage, they're going to be absolutely. Now I say introduction email, introduction text. The reason why I say that is because it's more easier. Yeah.
Okay. So what's a good amount? How often should somebody be speaking on a weekly basis?
Man, I would say you need to be speaking every day. Not every day you need to be speaking,
on a stage,
whether it's on a stage or whether it's virtual or whether it's you just practicing. Like what I realized, Marcus, is that a lot of times people are so big on speaking and trying to get paid, but they're not mastering the art. They're not mastering the craft.
Now, of course, that's on a practitioner level. I'm just creating a word.
No, you're good.
I can't remember if that's a word or not, but that's on the level where, of course, on behind the scenes I should be doing. What about on a professional level? How often should a person be getting booked on paid bookings or even exposure type bookings?
Yeah, so I would say in regards to, let's just say somebody who's just starting, let's go there. Somebody who's just starting, you should at least be getting exposure engagements. You should be speaking at least once a week. Social proof.
Okay.
Because one of the biggest things that I see a lot of speakers fall into is like, hey, I'm going to charge $10,000 out the gate. Good luck with that. Because you're not going to get no $10,000. Because next they're going to ask you, okay, do you have references?
Okay, so the second part of my question is, I know you mentioned chart, and then you mentioned the amount of bookings that you should have. So exposure bookings should be once a week. Then you said second stage, it should be twice a week. And then the third stage, you should be booked out. What does booked out actually mean? Every day? 4 times a day?
Got you.
All week?
Yep. So booked out depends on, for me, like family is huge for me. So I'm not leaving my crib unless it's my amount that I want to be able to make for the month, right? So let's just say my month, I make 6 figures a month, right? Right now, man, I've really just been focusing on coaching. So, spending more time at the crib, but typically within a month span, I'm probably speaking anywhere between 5 to 10 times a month. Yeah.
That's good.
Yep. So I would get,
I know for them.
No, for sure. Definitely. So you definitely want to make sure you have a pipeline of solid leads. So that way you can pick and choose who you want to work with and who you don't want to work with. And typically our big source of that is LinkedIn. We're heavy on the LinkedIn piece, just building a database, and we pick and choose who we want to work with and, the price points in regards to what we want to charge.
LinkedIn Sales Navigator type of
you don't even need LinkedIn Sales Navigator.
I hear nowadays you can just go to these profiles and just hit them up directly.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So LinkedIn Sales Navigator, you can use that if you want to, but it's not necessary. You don't have to. But and then of course you have cold calling and then email scrapping and then doing all that stuff. But so
these are all outbound strategies that you're referring to. Okay, so that makes sense. So like for people who aren't familiar with outbound, inbound means that a lead comes to you, and outbound means that you have to reach out to the lead. They're cold, pretty much. Inbound is like warm/hot, right? So okay, that makes complete sense. So you're getting 5 to 10 bookings a month, right? And then nowadays you're doing more coaching, which is switching it off, to focus on coaching. Tell us, what is the coaching about? Like, how does the coaching work?
So the coaching pretty much work. My goal, man, was really just to make more disciples in the speaking space. I can't do all the gigs. Brown can't do them. Tony can't do them. And so you have to duplicate yourself. And so that's what we focus on, helping them speakers to be able to have a solid message that's going to get you booked over and over again, whether it's from one gig or from spin-off business, whatever that may be. And then helping them to understand how to market yourself as a speaker, right? What does that look like? What content should you be putting out? What platform should you be on? And then from there, setting up the system piece, right? The LinkedIn automation.
I'm sorry to interrupt you while you're watching this amazing podcast, but I just want to ask you a question. All right, let me ask you this. If I could show you how to build a trust, build life insurance policies, build a family business, all within 90 days, would you want to learn? 90 days or less. If you could learn how to protect your assets, pass it on to your children, or pass it on to whoever you want to pass it to, would you want to learn? Great, I thought so. So what I did is I actually ended up dropping a free training down below. You can actually learn absolutely free. Watch the free training. This will teach you everything about how we created a trust, a family trust, an international trust, all these types of trusts that exist. If you want to learn that information, if you want to learn how to establish family bank, if you want to learn how to properly establish an LLC, all of that is actually in the description below, and it's absolutely free. Okay, so I want you to go ahead, hit that actual button below, learn that, get that, and I will see you in the free training. Peace. Back to the episode.
Yeah, I always say that we are our own audience.
That's good.
I feel like a lot of people are struggling to find their own audience. I'm like, just look for yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, so when you said that, that's such a bar, because a lot of people are struggling with that. What I've realized is there are different types of speakers. You got motivational speakers, you got athlete speakers, you got athletic. I don't know. There's so many niches in just the motivational space.
There's a lot,
right? You got traditional public speakers. You got I mean, I could go on and on. I can't even remember all of my lifestyle speakers is now a new thing now that I've seen.
Really?
Like,
Yo, I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't mean to stop the podcast that you're listening to right now, but I have to tell you the great news, okay? We as a family have decided to write something that will last longer than us, okay? And we wrote a book that literally teaches you step by step from how we have family bonding time, how we actually was able to grow as a family when we actually didn't really care for each other for a certain amount of time, and how we're able now to have a multi-six-figure business. And what we did, and it's not just a six-figure business, it's a multi-family six-figure business, and how we did it step by step. And it's actually very special to us because this book is going to allow us to be able to teach our children. And so what we're doing is we're not really writing it for y'all, we're writing it for our next generation and on. So they could actually have their own textbooks created by us. They could have their own books created by us. They're able to have everything they need within our actual family business and our actual family education, okay? So I want y'all to know, and we don't usually do this, but I want to give you the book, okay? I want to give you the book. If you click the link in the description, you can get the Family Business Bible today or the Black Rockefellers book today. You can actually get this, and I'm going to give it to you, and I want you to be able to just check it out. See how we were able to do it. It is absolutely crazy how we actually have created a generational book that we like to call this generational activities. Like, you should be having generational activities every single day. And what we did as a family is we created one of that generational activities, creating this book. And we want to give it to you. See how this could actually impact your life and your family's life. So I want you to go ahead, click the link in the description and get the Family Business Bible, and we will see you next time. Actually, just watch the podcast.
man, look, y'all heard it here first. All right. Y'all know how I always end these podcasts. Think of this as a personal referral. I'm not bringing people on here who don't have the results, who don't have the receipts, and who aren't here to really, impact other people. So I want y'all to make sure y'all tap in. His link will be in the description below. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, leave a review on any podcast platform that you're on. I'll see you in the next episode. Peace out.